So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mafex Star Wars The Force Awakens Rey. So let's get into it right away and start off with the box. So we do get a basic style box for Mafex's Star Wars line. We do get the ginormous window right there in the front of the box. On the bottom we do get an image of the Rey figure. It says Rey action figure, Star Wars, Mafex number 36, and Medicom toy. And then the bottom of the box has the barcode and blah 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 stuff nobody cares about. And then here is the top of the box, just says Star Wars, as you can see there. And then here is the one side of the box. We do get a cool image of the Rey figure at the bottom. And then here is the other side. We do get another image of the Rey figure. And then the back of it shows a few poses you can get the figure into, along with some of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure over to take a closer look at The Last Jedi. Or is Luke the Last Jedi? Or is Luke the Last Jedi, then dies, then she becomes the Last Jedi? Or maybe none of them are the Last Jedi. I don't know, we're gonna have to find out this December. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Mafex actually did a really dope job on this Rey. The face sculpt looks pretty good. The profile view, it looks just like her. Just looking at her straight on, it really doesn't look like her that much. But they did do a pretty good job with this new 3D image printing or whatever the hell they're doing. They're doing something similar to SH Figure Arts, but I don't think they got it on point yet. But looks pretty dope. Eyes are both painted, looking in the same direction. Nice paintwork on the eyebrows and the mouth and everything. And it looks like we have like a little bit of shading on her cheeks, but that's really it on the face. An issue that I do have with this Rey figure is pretty damn annoying, actually. Pieces that are supposed to be glued in keep popping off randomly so easily. Like her right sideburn popped off on me. It looked like there wasn't even any glue on it, so I just super glue that on. Then her lower bun popped off on me randomly, like what the hell, and I just super glue that on. And then her bow staff, this side of the strap came off, and I just super glued that on as well. Like what the hell, Mafex? Come on, man. Either they're not putting on enough glue and being cheap, or they're being super cheap and using some glue that doesn't even hold these plastic pieces together, or maybe they're using frickin' Elmer's glue or something. It's like, come on, that's really irritating that you have to do that with a figure, and they really need to fix that issue. And the hair looks dope though, like the ties here. Very nice sculpt work on it. Her hair is bunded up in 3 spots. Very good job with the sculpt of the hair. The neck looks pretty good. We do get some paint shading on the skin tone, so nice job with that. Her undershirt on her chest there, very nice sculpt, and there is paint shading on it, and clean paintwork where that undershirt meets the skin tone. Then we do get the outer clothing piece here, the robe piece, I guess I'm going to call it. They did a beautiful job sculpting it. Really great sculpt work on the outer robe piece. And they added like a silver paint shading, which is a very odd choice for paint shading, but it still looks pretty good. So very good job with that. We do get the shirt underneath, nice sculpt. The sculpted wrinkles there on the side. Then we do get some paint shading as well, so good job with that. And then the back here, very nice sculpt work on the outer robe piece. Then we do get that silver paint shading, like I said. Very odd choice for a color for paint shading. But the arms look dope too. We do get the pieces from her shirt at the top there. Nice sculpt and paintwork on them. Do see a little bit of her skin tone with some shading on it. And then we do get these really cool wrappings around her bicep and then lower arm there. And they did a good job with it. There is shading all throughout it, but it looks like there's like these glops of shading, like as you can see it here, and then a little bit over there, and then some more over there. So they looks a little sloppy with the shading in those spots that have the glops, but very nice sculpt work all throughout them. The only difference with the arms is we get this brown wrapping around the left wrist here, and we do get some black paint shading and nice sculpt work on it. I just hate these hands here. Why did they give her these hands? If you notice, a lot of like import companies give female figures these type of hands, like the Boa Hancock has it as well. I don't know why they do that. They make it like a woman doesn't know how to make a proper fist. But but we do get like a cool little brown belt here, and it looks like there's some subtle paint shading on it, so it really gives it like a leathery type look. But they did a very good job with it, and there's a little bit of sculpt work here and there, and one of her sideburns fell off. But we do get a really cool pouch on her right hip. Beautiful sculpt work on it. I like how we have the buckles painted gold. They even painted the buckles on the side here gold. And then we do get a piece that looks like it's a skirt, but it's actually part of her undershirt. And it has a really cool texture to it. And they did add some shading on it as well. And there's a couple slits so it won't hinder leg articulation, so I do appreciate that. And there's some nice sculpted wrinkles in it as well. Then we get the lower part of the robe here, the outer robe, whatever the hell it is, and very nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout it. We do get the silver paint shading, and it is a softer, rubbery type plastic, so good job with that. We do get the other piece here. Do get the weird silver paint shading, and then we get the piece on the back. Very nice job on that as well. Then we do get her pants, which look really dope. Beautiful sculpt work all throughout the pants here. Very nice job with that. I like how it looks right above her knees too. How it's how it's bunched up a little bit. And we do get some black paint shading here and there, like thrown throughout the pants. But really, really great job on them. And then we do get the lower legs. I love how the knee joints look. Those look very good on this figure. We do get some shading on her skin tone, so good job with that. And then we do get her little boot shoe thingies here. And I love the texture of them. A lot of her clothing has some very cool texture to it. And the back of her boots has some nice sculpt work. You can see like laces or something back there. So pretty cool looking. Then there's the bottom of them. Not much going on there. Just a different color compared to the rest of the boots. But overall, I think Mafex really did a nice job with the paint and sculpt on this Daisy Ridley Rey figure, and I'm actually pretty damn satisfied with how the detail turned out. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, and this is where this Rey figure really excels, because Mafex included a ton of great stuff with this figure. So we do get a Mafex stand, of course, which is always a good thing, and it comes in 3 parts. We have the base, the arm, and the clamp, and it does swivel at the bottom, hinges at the bottom, hinges at the middle, hinges at the top, swivels at the clamp, and then hinges at the clamp as well. So we do get that. And then we also get 2 interchangeable heads. So we do get the unmasked Daisy Ridley Rey head, of course, which comes on the figure out of the packaging, and we already took a look at it before, but they did do a pretty good job with it. So we do get that one. And then we do get the masked, like, turban interchangeable head here that you see her wearing in the beginning of The Force Awakens. And they really did an excellent job sculpting and painting this. I like how we do have a blue translucent plastic on the goggles right there. You don't see her face sculpted under it or anything, but it is cool that they made that a translucent plastic. And then around those pieces, beautiful sculpt and paintwork. I like the way the sides look. That looks pretty cool. And then below and above it looks nice, and then the other side looks nice too. Very clean paintwork around those pieces. And then the rest of it, beautiful sculpt work all throughout it. Really great job on this, and I love how the edges have like a torn type look to it. That does look pretty cool. The top of it looks dope. This piece that's all wrapped around looks great. Very nice job on this piece here. And then the back looks like this, so you can have her wearing her backpack along with this, and so this doesn't get in the way. You would tuck this under the backpack, and then these would go above it, and the straps go right in there. I'll show you how you put it on in a second. And then the way you interchange her heads is very simple, because it's on a double ball peg. You just pop it on and then pull it to take it off. So as simple as that. So we do get those 2 interchangeable heads, and then we also get the old and weathered X-Wing pilot helmet. And this is actually a pretty cool looking accessory that Mafex included with this Rey. I like how they put the mic on the bottom left, and then we have the orange translucent plastic on the visor, and then the rest of the helmet looks dope. You could tell it's old and weathered and everything, because they added like that brown or black paint to give it like that dirty type look all throughout the helmet, so I like the way that looks. And then the orange, blue, and yellow paint look great on it also. And the other side here, very nice job. Now the way you get this on, Rey, you could do it 2 different ways. You could take your thumbs, put it on the bottom here, and then pull it apart a little bit, and then just slide it over her head. Or you could do it the way that it's meant to go on. And I would say put your finger in it, and then rest it around the middle on the inside. And then just pull right there. It does seem like a very cheap plastic, so be a little careful with this piece. And the way you properly put this on the Rey figure, just put the one side on like that, and then take the other side and then snap it together, and then there you go. As simple as that. And it does have a pretty loose fit, which it should, because it looked really large on her head in the movie. So I do like that they added this accessory with Rey. So we do get that. And then we also get her backpack, which is probably one of my favorite accessories included with this Rey, because Mafex did a beautiful job with the paint and sculpt on this. We get some very nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout the bag there. And then I love all these added pieces here, the gold and silver pieces. We have the buckle right there, and they painted that gold as well, so very good job with that. And I do love the paint shading all throughout the bag. That looks great. And then the one side here, we have some red and black thing painted. I don't know if they're flashlights, cables, or wires or something. I don't know what the hell they are, but they look pretty cool. And then we get some very nice sculpted wrinkles on the brown that's holding those pieces in there. And then the other side, we get like a canteen or a canister, which looks dope. Beautiful paintwork on it, and nice sculpt as well with the strap that's holding it on there. And then the bottom has like another canister, and it looks dope too. We have a few straps holding it on there. I like how they painted the buckle gold. So that looks cool. And then we do get these straps for our arms. The right one has nothing on it, but then the left one has like a little canister on there. And then we have this piece that goes over her shoulder. And I love the way it looks. It has like a torn, rip type look to it all throughout the edges. And it just looks like all throughout that piece. And I like how they painted those buckles gold as well. Now the way you're supposed to put this on, Rey, is right here. It's supposed to unpeg. You're supposed to pull the bottom of the right strap off. But I can't get mine on, so I'd say to play it safe, put it on old school style. Just pull her arms back and then just slide them right through, and then there you go. As simple as that. That's how you can get her bag on, and I would recommend putting it on that way so you don't risk breaking anything. Now the way you get this on with her masthead, let's put that on. Now these side pieces on it, I would pull these up like that, and then put the backpack over the middle piece, and then get the straps in there, and then tuck the side pieces under it once you have the straps in the little slot there. And then there you go, as simple as that. So very cool how they did that with the masked interchangeable head and the straps. Do get some pretty cool accessories with this Rey. So we do get her backpack, and then we also get her staff, and this thing looks awesome. Very nice sculpt and paint all throughout it. And on the black, it looks like they added some brown paint here and there, and it kind of looks like rusted metal to me. So I like that Mafex added that on the staff here. Very nice paint and sculpt on the brown and beige wrappings there. And then the other side here, very nice sculpt work. But this piece, it looks like they put it on crooked, as you can see from where my thumb is to the end. And it kind of looks a little stupid. Then they added like a pleather strap, and it kind of feels like real leather. So I like that they did that. The only thing though, they're not glued in the best, because mine did come off and I had to super glue it back on. That's why you see like black on the strap there. So be extra careful with yours. So we do get that, and then we also get the blaster she got from Han Solo, and this is another one of my favorite accessories. This thing looks great. Very nice paint and sculpt work all throughout it, and I love that gunmetal gray color. And on the gunmetal gray, there's sculpted lines and dots there, and I love how they added the black paint in them. Just really makes this little accessory look that much better. So we do get that, and then we also get the lightsaber blade and the hilt, and the hilt looks dope. Really clean paintwork all throughout it, and nice sculpt work on it also. Then we do get the lightsaber blade here, which is a blue translucent plastic. Kind of looks tealish in a way, like in person. And the way you get this in, you just gotta line the peg up properly and just peg that in like so, and then there you go. You have the lightsaber hilt with the lightsaber blade. Just be careful with that peg, because I used to have the Mafex Darth Vader and the peg snapped off in the hilt on me. So just be careful with yours, because it had the same style peg with the Darth Vader one. So we do get those weapons with Rey. And then we finally get 10 interchangeable hands. So we do get a pair of girly fists, according to toy makers in Japan. But we do have some very nice paint shading all throughout each interchangeable hand. And the sculpt look great on them too. We have the fingernails sculpted on there and everything. And then all her hands are very simple to interchange. So we do get a pair of girly fists. And then we also get a pair of these open hands here. Nice paint shading on them. Pretty good sculpt work. Some of the fingernails, you can't see them sculpted on there, but they did a pretty good job with these. So we do get a pair of the open hands, and then we do get a pair of trigger finger hands, and she grips onto the blaster perfectly fine with these, but very nice paint and sculpt on these. You can see the fingernails sculpted on there and everything. So we do get a pair of those, and then we're supposed to get a pair of gripping hands for the lightsaber like the left one here, but for some odd reason, Mafex decided to give me another right trigger finger hand. Like, come on, Mafex. Quality control issue. Quality control issue. But I did notice this with a few other people who got the Mafex Rey. So we're supposed to get a pair of gripping hands, and then finally we get another pair of gripping hands, but these ones have gloves on and really great sculpt and paintwork on these. I like how we have the black paint shading, and then we do get some sculpted wrinkles all throughout the hand as well. So very good job on the gloved hands. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with Rey. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of Daisy Ridley. To the top of her head, it looks like she stands around 5 inches and 3/4 of an inch tall. And then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Episode 2 Obi-Wan Kenobi, the SH Figuarts Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker, the SH Figuarts Han Solo, and the SH Figuarts Chewbacca. And then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Darth Maul and the Mafex The Force Awakens Kylo Ren. And then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Age of Ultron Black Widow and the SH Figuarts Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. And then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Punisher. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review! So now for all the articulation, we do get some pretty good movement with this Rey. So we only get one neck joint at the upper neck, and you can only get Rey to look up that much because it gets hindered by the lower bun. But she does look down a really good amount, so good forward movement, but not the best going back. We do get some really nice pivot there, and then it also swivels. No torso articulation, but we do have waist movement, and she can crunch forward about that much. Not the best, but it's not the worst. She does go back a really good amount there, but you do have a little bit of a gap, so you might want to hide that. And then we do get some very nice pivot at the waist, and then it also swivels. Now for the arms here, we do have a nice joint at the shoulder, and you can get her arm to go a little bit in a circular motion. Does get hindered a little bit by the clothing on her shoulder there. Then the arms go out to the sides a little more than 90 degrees. They do go up and down. We do have a bicep swivel that is hidden perfectly on this figure, as you can see there. And then it does swivel at the shoulder also. We have a double jointed elbow that bends in pretty much all the way. And then we do have a ball hinge at the wrist, so it does swivel. And where's the hinge at? There it is. Hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, they do shift down a tiny bit, as you can see there. So we get better movement at the leg, and she can kick forward about 90 degrees, goes to the back a tiny bit, and then kicks out to the side a little less than 90 degrees. Then we do get swivel up there, and then we have double jointed knees that bend back pretty much all the way, so nice movement with that. And then for the ankles here, they do swivel. They only hinge up a tiny bit, and then same with going down, so really not good up and down movement at the ankle. And then same with the pivot. That's the best you're going to get the pivot, and that's not good for Mafex. They usually have very nice pivot when it comes to their figures, but then we do get some nice toe articulation. And another minor issue I've noticed about this figure, I guess her ankle joints aren't tight enough, because if you have her standing and she's a little too far forward, her ankle joints will kind of buckle on her and she'll fall forward, as you see right there. I mean, they don't seem like they're loose, but I guess they're not strong enough to hold up the Rey figure. The rest of the joints seem nice and tight throughout the entire figure, but I guess the ankle joints, either they're not tight enough, but like I said, that doesn't seem like the issue. I'm guessing the rest of the figure is a little too heavy for the joint around the ankles there. So that's another minor issue about the figure. So overall, I feel like we get some decent movement with this Rey. Some points of articulation aren't as good as others, but I feel like you're still going to be able to get her in some pretty good poses. And I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the Mafex Star Wars The Force Awakens Rey. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it a 7.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I had mine imported from Japan from Ami, so you can check on that website, and I'm not sure if my buddy from Agelessgeeks will be getting this in stock, but it is a possibility that he might. And if you ever do purchase something from Agelessgeeks.com, don't forget to enter in codename Daredevil to get yourself a 5% off discount. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell icon. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mafex Star Wars The Force Awakens. Damn! So we do get a basic style box for Mafex's Star Wars line. We do get the blah, blah, blah. And then here's the one side of it. We get a cool image of the Rey figure. And then the other side, another blah, 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 blah. We do get the ginormous window right there in the front of the box with a bunch of freaking accessories. Holy crap. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and which is at the upper neck, so we can shimmy, swing. We do get some decent movement with this Rey, so we do only get one. What the hell? How did I say one? They're not tight enough to hold up the Rey figure, so that is another minor issue I found. We have a pretty good shoulder joint, but it does get hindered a little bit by the cloth, what the heck, cloth clothing. It's not a damn Mezco figure. We do get some very nice pivot there, and then it also swivels. What the hell fell off? Now our bun fell off? Come on, man. These are not glued in good at all. Two interchangeable heads, so we do get the... And Mafex did an excellent job with this piece. We do have a nice orange and then we get like an actual, what the heck, where is that? Then we do have the mic right here. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. All right, what am I doing?